we're here today to celebrate the UTRGV HCISD High School. This project is unique. It's wonderful. I don't know anything like it, and of all the things I've done, I can't think of anything I'm prouder of. Art and I had a conversation, our superintendent, a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, talked about how good it would be. And, you know, I've never worked with a school system easier to work with, better to work with. The city has been terrific. Everybody here in Harlingen has been wonderful to work with. Without that level of cooperation, we'd never be where we are. I like having the groundbreaking this way because the ground has already been broken, right? Yeah, it would be fun for each of us to get to, you know, drive a steam shovel or something, but we're going to have just a regular shovel instead. But this project really will transform education. The opportunities it will create for our students, absolutely remarkable. Students will get a head start on some of the best careers and some of the most essential careers in the Valley. It will be tremendous for them. For us, it's just an honor to be part of this. And I want to thank Art, Mayor, I want to thank school board, everybody who's been involved in this. In our today, we have messages from everybody. Mayor Boswell is going to talk. All of you know him. He's been just a dream for UTRGV to work with. We have a number of projects here in Harlingen, and every time we've come to him and we said, you know, we'd like to do this. He's always been there. He's been responsive. He's made the path smoother. It's been tremendous. We have our school board president, and Eladio James is here and will talk. The school board has been a dream to work with. I mean, we have several projects going on. You have always made sure that things worked out. We've had full support there, and we could never ask for anything more than what you've done. Our superintendent is here as well, Art Cavazos. I've worked with a lot of superintendents in a lot of states now. This guy, nobody is better than he is. He's done a great job. He's just been terrific every step of the way. When things get hard, he's enthusiastic and just keeps pushing, gets things. And then the UT system has been very supportive. This project is a favorite of our chancellors. And we have here our very own UT system regent, Dr. Nolan Perez. All of you know him well. Yeah, I think maybe the school board knows. But he's done a terrific job. He's been very supportive. With this kind of support, the project can't fail. So I want to thank all of you, and Mayor Boswell, the podium is all yours.
Welcome everyone to this wonderful event today, the ceremonial groundbreaking for this truly historic and remarkable project on as a partnership. Before I say anything further, I'd like to recognize the city commissioners that are here. Richard Uribe, Commissioner Uribe, Commissioner Victor Leal, Commissioner Frank Puente, and Commissioner Mike Mesmar, I know, is here. So thank you to them for their support of this project that I'll describe in a moment. Of course, our city Serna and his team who are here, who have worked very, very hard on our side to make sure that this project becomes a reality. So for many, many years, the city of Harlingen has had a vision of seeing presence of a major university in our city. And of course, as the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley School of Medicine has evolved, and through this, what used to be the RAC campus and now part of the campus of the School of Medicine has developed over time, we've continued this great partnership with the University of Texas system. and the partnership that we've been able to develop with UTRGV, which has just been fantastic for us. So the synergy of having a major university presence here in our community, not just in the postgraduate school level with School of Medicine activities going on, but the ability to have secondary and post-secondary university presence here in our community is really a game changer for the city of Harlingen. And it brings us to an entirely new level of opportunity for our young people to access higher education. And so we are so proud of the partnership, and we are so grateful to the leadership of the Harlingen School District and UTRGV, our great superintendent, Art Cavazos, and Guy Bailey. So to put this into a little bit more perspective, I remember Randy Whittington and I, when Dr. Bailey got here a few years ago, and walking him over to one of the windows on the third floor of what we call the RAC building, the Medical Education Division building originally, and pointing out to the 35 acres back here that the Institute of Neurosciences is under construction, just behind us, just behind this construction site, and saying, we'd like to give you that. That was acquired entirely for the School of Medicine and for UTRGV to develop. And of course that groundbreaking occurred before COVID-19. We got to do that one without masks, and they're under construction as well. But this property was acquired a little bit later and not held as long, but also acquired by the city with the vision of strengthening this partnership with UTRGV. And we didn't exactly envision that it would take this format of an early college, high school, and post-secondary education opportunity facility, but what a great result this now is in having this. And so you see the remarkable things that UTRGV is doing with COVID-19 testing. They're literally a leader in the United States in the way they have gone about providing COVID-19 testing for this region. They are now a leader in providing antibody testing for this region. And so what you're seeing in the development of UTRGV and the extraordinary things that they are doing is to really elevate higher education in this region by doing really tremendously innovative things like this COVID-19 testing. And so to have UTRGV's presence here and to strengthen the relationship between the school district and the city and UTRGV is going to bring access to greater health care, to better education, to better lives for our community, the people of this region. So thank you, Dr. Bailey. Thank you, Art Cavazos. Thank you to the City Commission and to the school district, and for Board of Regents and Nolan Pettis, everyone who has participated to make this project a reality. It's going to be a beautiful, wonderful thing for us for decades and beyond that to come. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Eladio Jaimes. I'm the Board of Trustees president. I had notes, but you know what? I'm not even going to read my notes. It's better when, we speak from the heart. And I'm going to leave my mask on too. And all I prayed for today was no wind. I should have gotten that haircut. Anyway, I just want to thank you all for being here. First of all, if the last 9 months, 6 months have taught us anything, is that it's important to not just be safe and be careful and take care of ourselves, but that it's going to be those institutions, those individuals municipalities that can pivot at a moment's notice that are going to get through this. And I think at HCISD, with the vision and the leadership of our superintendent and his senior team, this district has been pivoting well before we were in this position of the pandemic. And this today is a sign of that. We've made moves, the school district has made moves where we can offer these opportunities of education to our community, to the students in this community. And as the mayor said, it will make for better lives in this community, and it'll definitely enhance the quality of living here. I want to thank Dr. Bailey, and UTRGV, Mayor, your commission, Dr. Perez. He was the only one that got applause, by the way, right, Doc? Yeah, I know. When they introduced. But no, definitely, Dr. Perez has been a true agent of change and influence here in our community, not just in the medical community, but in the world of education with what he has done for us, Dr. Cavazos and his leadership. What we see behind us, this construction here, is proof that collaboration and true leadership can provide for a community, can come together and provide these opportunities for our community. I have a sister who's a teacher. I have many friends who are teachers, and they are right now in a state of uncertainty, if you would say, mainly because we're starting a new school year way different than we've ever started a school year. But when you have a school district, when you have a city government, when you have a university nearby that can work together to offer these opportunities, it makes those moments of uncertainty a lot less uncertain, if you will. So I am very proud of this personally, because early college high school has been very close to my family over the past few years. I just called my niece yesterday, and I invited her to this groundbreaking, but she had just gone back to San Antonio. She was a senior class president here, in 2017, I believe she graduated. It was the opportunities that early college high school provided for her and for other family members that have graduated from early college and will graduate. I still have nieces at that campus that have afforded them the opportunity to be able to go to college and finish a lot quicker than in the 4 years, saving them time and money. So I'm very proud of this, not just because the connection with my family, or because I'm on I probably sit on the board of trustees in Harlingen, but I'm proud of this because I am a product of Harlingen. I'm a product of this community, and for those of you that are from here, that grew up here, and to be able to see this happening here in our own community, if it doesn't give you a sense of pride, I don't know what else will. I'm sure it does. And every time we pass by here, I have an office down the road in San Benito, and I pass by here every day. And once they allow us to go back to work from the office, I'll be doing that. And I'll know that looking out here, we're going to see this great building, this great school building, and it's going to be a source of pride for everybody here in Harlingen. So again, thank you to everybody that had a part in this, for the collaboration. I hope to collaborate a lot more in the future and continue to build Harlingen up with partnerships with the city, the mayor, and the commission. Thank you all. You have a good day, and go Bronx. Go Bronx. Sorry. Go Vaqueros. Hey, that's the old Bronx in me. Sorry.
So I am going to use my notes so that I do not forget a couple of things. First, I want to recognize our Board of Trustees. You all met Dr. Perez. He got an applause. Go ahead and give him another one. Yeah. But I also have with, of course, Mr. Greg Powers as well, and he's seated over here to my left. Let's give him a big hand. And our board president, Eladio Jaimes, who you just heard from. Mayor, trustees, commissioners, and esteemed guests. Before I begin, I want to recognize our first responders that are here with us as well. And I want to thank you for what you do each and every day for us. Let's give them a big hand. I want to thank everybody for being here for this historic moment, as the mayor mentioned. I want to thank the city commissioners for what they did to make certain that this project moved forward. I want to thank UTRGV for their efforts, Dan Serna, our city manager, and all his staff for what they've done. Almost 42 years to the day. My mother, who was a blue-collar worker, and my dad was a blue-collar worker, they drove my oldest brother to UT Pan American in Edinburgh. We did not have a dependable car, so they left early to get him there in time and during daytime. They dropped him off by the gymnasium thinking those were the dormitories. And he got off with his little suitcase, which I will describe, and a couple of HEB bags, and they said, hurry, get in there. That's where you're gonna go. And so he moved and walked towards the campus, realizing that later that the dorms were actually across the campus. My parents rushed back home because the car was not dependable. Almost 42 years to the day. And here I stand before you as a first-generation college graduate, and my brothers and sisters also first-generation college graduates. Some of you have heard me say this before. We don't want to be the exception anymore. We want to be the rule. We want every child that wants a higher education to be able to access it. And we as the adults have a responsibility to remove those barriers that get in the way for our families to access higher ed. I don't believe in coincidences. That Dr. Bailey, that the mayor, that Dr. Perez, our amazing board of trustees, our commissioners, that they're all in their current positions just by chance. I actually believe in God winks. And I think this is a wink from him to remind us that we have a responsibility for those that come after us. We're put in these positions, in leadership positions, not so that we hold a chair, but that we forge on and pave the way for those that are going to come after us. That's an important God wink. I can only envision 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now who will be speaking at these kinds of events in our beloved Harlingen city and our beloved HCISD, and what they will aspire for. You see, these kind of buildings, while they are brick and mortar, give people hope and remind them of what is possible. I would say it's a beacon of hope. Not all my cousins were able to go to higher ed, and they struggled through life with this pandemic. And you know, you've watched the news, those that have less means are being hit the hardest. It's our responsibility to do everything in our power to give people access to opportunities such as this. Our building will have some pathways that we believe our kids will be able to access meaningful employment in computer sciences, in engineering, in our teaching profession, and other baccalaureate pathways as we see fit. It goes without saying that our state and nation are going through an unprecedented crisis that is affecting us all. We must respond to this crisis rather than react. And that's what we do best in Harlingen. We respond to these things. It is comforting to know that even in an ever-changing world such as the one that we live in today, HCISD's commitment to elevating student success is unwavering. Our schools are vessels of hope, and we continue to strive every day to provide the best educational opportunity for them all. Make no mistake, HCISD is made up of many leaders, and I have some here with me today. I want to recognize my Chief Academic Officer, who is over at the end and does some amazing work for our HCISD, Dr. Alicia Noyola. Founding principal of Vela Middle School and helped me raise my children. Don't ask me how they're doing. Okay, let's move on. I want to recognize also Joseph Villarreal, my Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education. Our founding principal back in 2007 of the early college high school campuses, Veronica Cortana, Administrator for Organizational Development. And our amazing current principal, Dr. Pam Flores, over by our Chief Academic Officer. And course, I can't do a lot of what I do without my administrator for public relations, Mr. Shane Strubart is over here on this side. And Oscar Tapia, incredible, incredible gentleman. Thank you, Oscar, for all you do, my assistant superintendent for operations. You see, folks, one day we will look back at this decision that we made filled with pride of what is possible. I look to the day when our kids will be celebrating alongside us and be able to access meaningful employment. Today marks an enormous milestone for HCISD and the Early College High School, which opened its doors in 2007. We will continue to expand and improve as we move forward and provide opportunities for our students and for our staff. The impact of this partnership is monumental. It's building a strong bridge between our community and post-secondary. Leaders are illuminated when the waters are turbulent, not when the waters are calm. And some may say, what business do we have in celebrating a groundbreaking today? And I would challenge back and say, it's during a pandemic that we look for the opportunities to emerge even stronger. Stay the course, everyone. We will get through this and we will emerge stronger and even more committed than ever to creating meaningful opportunities. I challenge us to be ready for the next God wink and seize the moment and the opportunity to make a difference. Thank you, leaders of Harlingen. Thank you, leaders of HCISD, and thank you to the leaders of UTRGV. Our kids are blessed that we are in the positions that we are. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless HCISD.
His stories are always so eloquent, but also so inspiring. So I thank you for keeping the message of telling stories, and I think you do that so well, and it really gels in everybody's mind. What you said resonates well. That's what we're trying to do, is transform this region. So thank you, Dr. Cavazos. You have an amazing team. Thank you, President Jaimes and your board of trustees. Amazing working with you guys every day. Thank you to Mayor Boswell. Incredible commission you have, and I think doing a remarkable job. And of course, thank you to Dr. Bailey. We're so lucky to have him as our founding president. I don't know how many years it's been, but he's promised us 10 more years. So thank you, Dr. Bailey. But we really, truly, it's an honor here to be part of this momentous occasion as we get ready to a day closer to opening the doors for the new UTRGV HCISD High School here. It's incredible to be here. Eladio mentioned earlier collaboration. I'll add another phrase, that's collective impact. The amazing things that can happen through collective impact. And you're watching it all here. I think this is sort of be a case study in collective impact. So thank you for that. I want to begin by sending regards from UT System Chancellor James B. Milliken. He wishes that he could have the opportunity to be here at this event. In fact, he was just here. He was just here visiting Dr. Bailey and UTRGV, and he told me how impressed he was with how smooth the reopening is in the fall semester. Incredible opportunities for remote learning, for opportunities in face-to-face learning where appropriate. But also, you don't have to look very hard to figure out how successful and how remarkable the leadership has been. All you have to do is look at the student growth. And UTRGV is growing faster than any other UT system. In fact, any other higher ed institution in the state of Texas, thanks to Dr. Bailey. So give him a round of applause. So, and I've had the chance to work alongside Chancellor Milliken for a while now, and I can tell you, like all of us here today, he is passionate about the power of education to ensure every student who desires a college degree has the real opportunity to obtain it. And I can assure you that I, alongside every member of the UT System Board of Regents, feels the same, and we are fully committed to creating more pipeline programs such as this program with HCISD. That's what early college high school is all about, and it is a model for Texas and the nation. I'd like to congratulate President Bailey, Superintendent Cavazos, Mayor Chris Boswell, and everyone at UTRGV, Harlingen CISD, and the City of Harlingen who were involved in creating this partnership that will inspire and propel students for success in college and beyond. And I want to recognize another son of the Valley. Now, he couldn't be here today, but I'm relying on President Bailey to pass this along to him, if you would. But another son of the Valley who himself is committed to creating a better future for it, and that is Patrick Ogiago. Governor Abbott recently appointed Patrick as a student regent for the UT System Board of Regents. Patrick was born and raised in McAllen, another success story here in the Valley, and now he's a fourth-year student at the UTRGV School of Medicine. And oh, by the way, in between that, he graduated from UT Austin, and he played football for the Longhorns, Texas Longhorns. He's the first UTRGV student to serve as a student regent. That deserves a round of applause. And I can assure you that Patrick Ogiago has already made a huge contribution to the board, and he will continue to share valuable student perspectives and insights with the board. So please, Dr. Bailey, if you would mind passing along to Patrick my thanks and my praise for his service and contributions. We really enjoy serving with him. Now, this partnership between UTRGV and Harlingen CISD is especially close to my heart, as I have always advocated for tighter alignment between public schools and universities. Harlingen Early College High School has set the gold standard from the beginning, offering a challenging dual enrollment curriculum, a nurturing small learning community, and a commitment to recruit historically underrepresented and first-generation college students. I'm particularly proud of its focus on creating the absolute best homegrown teachers, engineers, and computer science professionals right here. For the Harlingen Early College High School to be recognized as one of the country's best high schools is no small feat, and this school will serve as a model for other partnerships across the state and country. So today, we are not just breaking ground for a new campus. The students who earned their diplomas here and ultimately from UTRGV and other universities are changing the history of the Rio Grande Valley, its workforce, and its impact on the state, nation, and the world. Thank you for participating in this milestone, and to all who have made it possible. Dr. Cavazos, Dr. Bailey, Mayor Boswell, let's get those shovels ready.